Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'm going to share with you the 5 daily habits that I absolutely stand by, that I'm working on building up a bit better in my 75 medium, but also just for daily life because they are so critical and essential. So we're going to go through it in kind of a chatty video, but also include some clips of me completing these kind of day-to-day habits, just so you can see what it looks like in my life. Habit number 1, we have daily movement. Now that could go from stretches in the morning to runs, to workouts in my back room, to workouts in the gym, to just getting out for a walk. Stretching and mobility as a yoga exercise, or go to Pilates. However that looks like, I try to get at least 30 minutes of it in every single day. That movement changes on a daily basis depending on what day of the week it is, what activity levels I've got, what energy I've got, and that's absolutely a-okay. I'm so happy to stand by that thought process, that it's only as and what I can give, and not saying I have to do a 30-minute run every day. I've recently watched a podcast which follows a lady, I will comment it down below, it's Dr. Faye Bates' podcast, and it follows a lady who goes for a 10-minute run every single day, whether that is a slow jog or it ends up into something more or less, or she just gets out and runs for 10 minutes every day. And I love that mindset, that every single day she's moving her body no matter what that looks like, and that is something that I am so passionate about. I have daily movement every single day. It helps clear my brain, it gets me out of the house normally if I'm not feeling getting out of the house and it's an inside workout, but it clears my brain, it gets me moving, it gets my blood flow pumping, and it just helps my mental health so much. There was a time in my life where I was physically quite unwell and I couldn't get moving, I couldn't move my body properly, and my mental health suffered massively. And also I'm just so grateful to be in a body that does move, does work, does kind of respond to movement, and that I can utilize. I'm not going to let it go to waste. Daily habit number 2 is every single day, no matter what, I drink 2 litres of water minimum. At the moment for 75 medium, I've upped it 3 litres. It used to be 2.5. I'm quite enjoying drinking 3 litres of water. I'm not finding it that difficult, and actually it's making me feel a lot more awake and a lot more revitalised. I have been poorly recently and kept up with my 3 litres of water minimum a day, and actually my illness cleared so quickly, and just I find that it's something so simple and yet it's so effective in terms of how I'm feeling, like hydrated and restful. I will say it is a lot to start off with, so gradually increase your water intake, but it's 3 litres of water, and I mean straight like plain water. I recently bought a new bottle from Amazon and it's a litre bottle, so I know I've got to have like 3 of those a day. That doesn't include other liquids, so I will still have like a coffee or an energy drink or a Pepsi or a Coke, whatever on top of that, but 3 litres pure water, or 2 litres pure water minimum. I'm trying for 3 litres at the moment. Habit number 3 is every single day I will journal what I'm grateful for, and I use the 5-minute journaling app. I use this app every single day, and I do the first 3 prompts in the morning, the second 2 in the evening. It's the same as if you have the book or the journal, but I just find it so much easier because when I go on holiday or I'm away for the weekend or I am not feeling very well, I always have my phone nearby. I won't necessarily always have like a pen and the book, so I do this every single day. And if I miss a day, I will go back and reflect on that day the next day and fill in those prompts for that day as well. I've found just so many things that I can be grateful for, so many things that I can romanticize life for, and even when I've had the worst of days, I hold myself to the standard of there's got to be 5 highlights at the end of the day, 5 things that I'm happy for, 5 things that I'm proud of, because every single day there's definitely something. You've got to find the good in the small things. That's how we kind of get 1% better each day, is we're finding the good in the small things in life. And so every single day I will do that, and it's just a really nice part of my day. I wake up in the morning and it's kind of planning out what things am I going to do today, and then I go to bed in the evening and it's what things have gone well. Have I been to see a friend and I've really enjoyed it? Have I just had a really lovely meal? Did I treat myself to like some chocolate or getting some food out or whatever? Looking back on the highlights of the day really help. Habit number 4, having a daily plan. However you make that work. I used to use a planner, so a physical planner. I used to have a planner that would sit on my desk and I would time block my day and do my to-do lists. I found I was spending so much money on planners and journals, and then again, similar sort of thing as to the journaling, when I went away, when I went on holiday, or not necessarily on holiday, but when I was away for the weekend, or I had like meetings or whatever and I had to go somewhere else, I didn't want to have to keep taking this planner everywhere, and also it was bulky, it took up my bag, like room in my bag, and I just found it was a lot because I was very specific with things that I wanted to have on the planner and the space that I wanted to have. So I've now started using Notion, and I use a Notion template that someone else created, and I absolutely love it. If I can find the link, I'll link the template that I use down below, because it's got on there, it's all linked, and it starts off with creating like a monthly plan. So I've just created my October monthly plan, and I add in all the different things that I want to do that month. Then we go on to a weekly plan. So the monthly plan, you split off into when you want to do those things. So things like filming videos, reading certain books, having like TikToks and stuff filmed, I will put in my monthly plan, and I will put it in which week and whatever I want to do it in. And then that gets split down into weeks. Then you have a weekly plan page, and you go on there and you have a look at what tasks you've got to do that week. And then from there you create a daily plan page, and on the daily plan page at the top you've got a space for you to put 3 things that you are going to do today, like your 3 priorities, how you're feeling, your mood. You've got a reflection and a space to time block, as well as your to-do tasks which have been pulled from your weekly plan. And I just love it because it all syncs together. I've created my monthly plan, so then I look at my weekly plan, I'm like, oh, so I've got these tasks to do this week, and out of all these tasks I'm going to focus on this one today, so that will go onto my daily plan. And then my 3 things that I want to do for the day can be things like fun things, so like a lot of the time I'll put on there what book I want to read, or if I need to film something, or if I want to go for a walk and I know I probably won't do it, but if I've written it down and I can get to tick it off, then I likely will do it. So I will put that in, and I will time block out my day. I'm sometimes not very good at staying consistent with the time blocking, but I have a rough idea of what order I want things to go in, and that is the way that I like to use a time blocking. I'm not necessarily like, oh my gosh, it's 12 o'clock, I have to go for a walk now, because that's what I put in my time blocking if something else comes up. But it's kind of a constructor to my day. And the final habit, but not the least thought of, it's meditating. I do this first thing in the morning. So I have, as you would have seen in my morning vlog, I have a morning playlist on YouTube which has my meditation and then my morning stretches in. And I loved starting my day off with that. It's an affirmations meditation. I start my day off with it, but some days you wake up and you're in a rush, or you are on holiday and you don't have time. I like to, even if it's just finding a minute in the day to do 5 breaths or reflect on my day, however that meditation looks like that day, I will reflect on it and I will do some sort of meditation. But generally it's first thing, generally it's affirmations and making myself just feel great in the morning and empowering myself to start the day. I found doing this really opens my headspace up to a positive mindset in the morning and helps me to have that positive and fulfilled day. It gives me a positive outlook straight away, and I fully love having that mindset in the morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any tips or tricks that you want to see with these habits, or any other habits that you want to hear about. I hope you guys are liking this new kind of vloggy style of format of videos, as well as, so you've got lifestyle and reading. And comment down below what your non-negotiable daily habit is, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time, and I'll speak to you later.